Welcome to Your Lawyer Bestie. My name is Rini and I failed the bar exam. This pod is dedicated to all my retakers. I know we all have limited time for bar prep, so my promise to you is that no episode will ever be longer than 20 minutes max. Each week, I'll drag a bestie into bar prep with me and we'll cover one essay or one multiple choice question and wrap up with some unhinged stories from around the bar exam universe. So let's jump right in.
Hello, Star. It's so good to see you. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you on as one of my besties today. And if you could just start by introducing yourself.
Sure. So my name is Star. Um, I recently graduated from law school in December, so I was able to sit for and take the February bar, and I took the DC bar, which is a UBE jurisdiction, and I passed.
Yay!
Oh my gosh. Oh my
No,
gosh.
I'm so glad.
There's a
And then
lot of
that
work.
means you're going to be able to help me then today as I'm trying to study and get as much practice in, but also finding an opportunity to like get to chat with you, right, and my friends. But all right, we're going to just jump right in. We're going to head to the first section of the slide, which is we've got a problem. So we're going to do one MBE question. All I know is that it's a constitutional law question. I don't know exactly where within con law. So just to prepare your mind.
Got it.
All right, so the question is, a federal statute extends federal minimum wage requirements to all dry cleaning stores. The statute contains express findings that when combined, the wages received by dry cleaning workers have a substantial impact on the national economy and on the flow of goods and services in interstate commerce. These findings are supported by information presented to Congress during committee hearings on the legislation. A small dry cleaning store operates exclusively within a community in the center of a geographically large state. It has no customers from outside the state. It employs 3 workers, each of whom is paid less than the federal minimum wage. Must this dry cleaning store comply with the statute imposing the federal minimum wage requirements on all dry cleaning stores? A. No, because the store does no business in interstate commerce. B. No, because the wages of the store's 3 workers do not have a substantial impact on interstate commerce. C. Yes, because the Commerce Clause vets Congress with plenary legislative authority over labor relations. Sorry, I said vets. I meant to say vests. D. Yes, because the wages paid by dry cleaning stores have a substantial impact on interstate commerce. Okay, well,
So
obviously yeah, go ahead,
yeah.
go ahead.
Now, first, I was going to say the first thing is like that I noticed is that con law questions are literally the exact same format. Every
Mm-hmm.
single question, it starts with a federal statute or Congress passes this law that XYZ. They talk about the reason for the law, and then they give you an example. It's literally every single con law question has the same exact format. So that's just always
That's good
funny.
to know. That's a good tip for me because I haven't done enough practice to be able to like recognize those
Yeah.
patterns. And as you said, yeah, federal statute extends minimum wage. I think the first thing I thought of was like, okay, clearly we're dealing with Commerce Clause. We're talking about interstate commerce. We're talking about wages as it relates to dry cleaning stores. And it says explicitly that wages received by dry cleaning workers have a substantial impact on the national economy and the flow of goods. So I think that immediately clues into me like, okay, then Congress has the power to regulate this because it has a substantial impact on interstate commerce. So I
Hmm.
would immediately get rid of A. That just doesn't make sense. We are talking about interstate commerce. And yes, to get rid of B because the facts already told us that it does have a substantial impact. And
And
so then we're
also,
mm-hmm.
the fact I think they're trying to like the red herring is the 3 workers. Like it's only
Mm,
3 workers, but then I think you have to consider like in the aggregate, could it impact, you know, interstate commerce? So yes, I
right.
agree. A and B are out. Hmm.
Okay. And then so down to the last 2, C and D. Yes, because commerce vests Congress with plenary The Commerce Clause vests Congress with plenary legislative authority over labor relations, or D, yes, because the wages paid by dry cleaning stores have a substantial impact on interstate commerce. I'm thinking D is stronger
Hmm.
because that's what's actually at issue.
Yeah. This doesn't seem like a question that's about labor relations. Although if it
Mm-hmm.
was C, I wouldn't be incredibly surprised. But yes, I would agree with you that I think D is the answer.
Okay, we're gonna lock that in, and I'm gonna go to the next one and see what it says. Doom. Yes, we did it. We did
You know
it.
what? I was like literally shaking because I'm like, okay, I passed the bar. If I didn't know this answer, I'm scared that like DC bar is gonna call me and be like, excuse me, you actually don't know the answers. Okay. Good, we got it. Yes.
Yay! Okay, there we go. I'm going to read the explanations as to why the right answer is right and why the wrong ones are wrong. So D is correct. The Supreme Court has held that Congress has the power to regulate any activity, local or interstate, that has a substantial effect on interstate commerce. As the facts state, the wages received by dry cleaning workers have a substantial impact on the national economy and on the flow of goods and services in interstate commerce. A is incorrect. Although the store does no business in interstate commerce, the facts indicate that wages made by dry cleaning employees have a substantial effect upon interstate commerce. The Supreme Court has held that Congress may regulate any activity that in itself or in a combination with other activities has a substantial economic effect upon interstate commerce. B is incorrect. The wages of the store's three workers may not have a substantial impact on interstate commerce, but the wages combined by all dry cleaning workers have a substantial impact on the national economy. Therefore, Congress may regulate federal minimum wage requirements. C is incorrect. The Commerce Clause does not vest Congress with plenary legislative authority over labor relations. As stated above, the Commerce Clause regulates activities that have a substantial effect on interstate commerce. All right, now I know.
Yeah, you got it. We got it.
Okay, here's my next one. This is an encouraging one for people who've retaken the bar. For anyone who is considering giving up, don't. I finally passed the New York bar with a 296 after taking the exam 8 times. The most recent July 2025, I got a 264 in New Jersey. There is a light at the end of the tunnel when things start to click for you. They start to work in your favor. I used a mixture of Barbary for essay writing and UWorld for MBE questions. Meanwhile, going over flashcards from Studicata for each subject and seeing a large sample for each MEE subject to be tested. Anyone can pass this test. Continue to believe and work towards the goal. Peace and blessings.
Wow.
I'm like, wow, okay, I should feel encouraged. Eight
There's a
times.
lot
That's
to
a
unpack
lot.
here. 8 times.
I don't know if I would do that personally. Like,
I would just I would just start selling drugs. I know you have to cut that out. You have to cut
no,
that.
no, it's okay.
You
I
can
know you.
keep it if you want to.
No, it's
I don't care.
okay.
You can keep it if you want to. But
You need to become a trap queen. Just start like.
I would just become a drug dealer. I'm not doing eight. Okay, but you know what? Here's the thing, though. I will say that 8 times seems like a lot, but like this person is actually pretty amazing because they're just like, I'm not giving up. Like a lot of people would
Yeah.
have given up.
Girl, I
That's
think three
amazing.
times. I'm like, all right, I'm doing a JD Advantage job at this time.
At
Like,
that
I'm
point,
like,
yeah, but that is amazing though for somebody to be like, I'm not going to give up. And I, by the way, I do agree with them saying anyone can pass the test. I am not a naturally good test taker. I learned how to pass the test. Like I'm not someone who's just like, oh, I already know everything. I'm like,
mm,
no, I'm actually not a
mm-hmm.
good test taker. But like I was just like, I'm gonna have to learn how to become one and learn
Yeah.
or learn how to become one, learn how to pass this particular test, and
And you did it.
just you know what I mean. I'm like, so I'm an example of someone. I'm not like someone who's like, oh, there are certain people who are like, oh yeah, I like started studying late and I was in it, but they're like the top 1% of the class. I'm like, okay, that's not me. So
It's
I
okay.
would,
Neither for me.
but I was like, listen, you can figure it's doable. But you know what? That's good. Good for that person.
All right, and this is my last one for you. This is from someone who took the DC bar exam last year. to love the top heading. Some of y'all lack the capacity to be lawyers because of your inability to follow directions. DC collectively got reamed out so bad we had to start late because of 30 plus people's inability to follow basic rules that we all were given. 1, given prior written notice of. 2, reminded of again yesterday. And 3, expressly told multiple times day of. And to the people who used a highlighter to fill out the scantron after being told explicitly not to use a highlighter on a scantron, I'm sorry, but I have no words for you. And then the comment section on this thread was like, someone was like, peep that one person who smoked a joint in the bathroom and came out smelling like weed. And I saw that, and I have friends who took that same exact location, and they all said somebody was blazing. Like, they literally felt like somebody was blazing in the back or something of the room because it just smelled so strongly during the exam.
What?
Like,
good for them. Do what you need. Do what you need to do to pass it. That's what you need to do by all means. Wouldn't be for me, but if you need to do that, hey. No, that's honestly, crazy, though.
I bet that person did pass, probably.
They probably did, because they were the most relaxed person in the room.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was funny. I'm like, highlighters on the scantron?
Oh, by the way, we also got reamed out in February in DC.
Why?
Yep. Because just a bunch of stuff. She really got us together. Like, I was like, okay, she just read us. She was like, listen, yesterday I was being fair with you, and like I was being easier on you guys, but this time if you're even 1 minute late coming or 30 seconds late coming into the room, you're gonna be like, she really like got us together. I was like, okay. We were like scared. It felt like we were like in prison, and they would be like, inmate, what are you doing? Like, they really got us together in DC. So like, I'm not surprised that happened.
You know what? I would say I did not have anything crazy like that, but we did have a girl who was a no-show, but we waited for her for like 35 minutes, and it got to the point where we're like, bro, like, can we just start? And I think someone like raised their hand and were like, are we still? And I think the proctors were trying to be considerate of the fact that it took so long to process people through the security check that they were hoping maybe this person was just stuck in the back of the line, but they cleared everyone and that person still didn't show. So like, we started 35 minutes late. And so everything got pushed, later. But yeah, that person just didn't show. And I was like, okay, maybe they were just like not in the right headspace or whatever.
Yeah,
but
anything could happen. Ooh, that test, I tell you, it's crazy. It's a wow test.
It is. Oh, well, Star, thank you so much. You're my first bestie guest today. I'm so excited that you're willing to do this.
Thanks so much for listening. If you found this even remotely useful, please share with another fellow bar exam retaker, and don't forget to subscribe to get notified when new episodes drop. See you next week.